Hey folks, it's Single Dad Living. Today I'm going to show you a quick little casserole. Chicken spaghetti. It is a casserole. I call it a casserole because it's going to go into my famous aluminum pan here that I love. And basically what this comes out to is basically just pasta, chicken. Like I fried some chicken the other day. We didn't eat it all, so I pulled the crust and the skin and stuff off of it, shredded it up, which is here. I've got it right here in a bowl here that I've just pulled apart. I've got that. So there's the chicken. It's already cooked. Ain't got to worry about that any. And I've got it down here in my cast iron skillet, my Lodge cast iron skillet, which I just love to death. This is brand new. It's 12 inch. I've only used it one time before now, and got it nice and cleaned up, which is fantastic. If you have any cast iron, you're having trouble with it, keeping it nice and pretty, I'm not a guru on cast iron or anything. I know a little bit about it, just from what the old folks have always said. But if you've got something that's in need of reseasoning or repair, I highly suggest you go over to the channel for Kent Rollins, Cowboy Cooking channel. He has a whole thing on cast iron care. It hasn't steered me wrong yet. He does a great job with it. He takes care of it. He does a lot of cooking in cast iron for his actual job and stuff besides his YouTube channel. There's a lot of great information on that channel for cast iron care and cooking. So I highly recommend going to him to learn how to take care of it and use it, take care of it, re-season it if you have to. So, go to him. He can help you out. So what I've got here is I've just got some onions, about half of a large sweet onion, and one stalk of celery that I've just diced up, and I'm just kind of sauteing it, browning it up a little bit. Actually, I really wouldn't call it saute. I'm just browning these up. And these are just about done right here. So with that, for the chicken spaghetti, that's how I'm going to kind of start out vegetable wise. Now I have already cooked my pasta. I did about a pound and a half of spaghetti, and it wasn't quite enough for me, and I had about half a bag of egg noodles left, so I just threw some egg noodles in there, along with the spaghetti, and got that boiled up, cooked, drained, add a little bit of oil to it, keep it from all sticking together. And I've got that set to the side, and of course I've got my chicken over there. And here I've got two cans, and they are 10.5 ounce cans, two 10.5 ounce cans, cream of chicken soup. And I'm gonna throw that in with my onion and celery. And I'm going to make sure I scrape out in it all the goodness that I can. And these cans, they don't cost too much. They're about 50 cents each at the Walmart. But they've sold me 10.5 ounces. And I'm going to do everything I can to get my full 10.5 ounces out of each one. I'm going to give me 21 ounces of the soup. And I'll kind of start to fry that together with the onion and the celery. Now, since they are condensed and thick, I kind of want to thin them out just a little bit. So I'm going to add half a cup of milk to start with. We might add a little bit more. Oh, Lord, I done spilled. We might add a little bit more. Maybe not. This is looking just about right, actually. I don't think I'm going to need to add any more to it than that half a cup. So we're going to let that kind of just come together. We're going to stir it up. Let it kind of come together. And this right here, this is a meal that, you know, your kids are going to want to eat this, guys. They really are. This is good and delicious. It's pretty easy. I mean, honestly, if you've got a leftover chicken or you went to the store and bought a rotisserie chicken and just pulled it off the bone and got it shredded, that would work really, really well. If you weren't going to roast your own chicken, then do it that way. This, like I said, the chicken I've got, I fried chicken. I bought 2 chickens. I cut them up, 2 whole chickens that is. I cut them up, deep fried them for fried chicken, and they came out delicious as always because I make really just great fried chicken. I'll share that recipe with you eventually, but not today. So anyways, here's that chicken. Now I'm not going to use all this. This is a lot. We didn't eat but about 5 or 6 pieces actually. We didn't even eat a whole chicken's worth of chicken here. And they had some really big breasts on them. And I love the breast, but I just didn't eat any. And I had about three left out of the 4 that we made. The kids eat the legs and the thighs and the wings. So that's where, you know, all that went. This is basically just all breast meat. You know, three big old giant chicken breasts right off the bone. You know, and that's delicious. So I'm just putting the chicken in here just to kind of reheat it some. Not a lot. We'll reheat it a little bit though. Kind of bring this little bit of the soupiness of the dish back together, because this chicken, you know, it's already been in the refrigerator for 2-3 days now. And so it's, you know, it hadn't dried out or anything. I make juicy, delicious fried chicken. But it has been in the refrigerator for a couple of days. And it will kind of soak up a little bit of that sauce, which is good. It's kind of what you want. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of just reheat it just a hair bit. This is all just kind of about reheating, using what we've got out of the refrigerator and out of the cupboard. You know, like I said, I had about a pound of spaghetti, maybe a pound and a half. It wasn't a lot, really it wasn't. And then I had that other half a package of egg noodles left. And I was like, well, I might as well just go ahead and use those. So that's what I've done with that. Like I said, I got those cooked up, strained them off. Ooh, they're still hot. Added a little bit of vegetable oil to it to keep them from all sticking together. You know, you don't want to see a big giant clump. So I've got those down here in my bowl. And I'm going to take my chicken mixture, because that's all there is to it. This is the chicken spaghetti mixture right here. Now I am going to add a little bit of black pepper because it needs a little bit. I like it. You don't have to add it. Now, I don't know how much that was. Just a couple little squeezes from the old Walmart can. You know, just enough to kind of season it up, just a little bit. You can add some salt to it. That soup, that condensed soup, is a little salty, so you know you can adjust. If you want more salt, you can add some to it. Me myself, I'm not going to. I'm not going to add any more salt to this. And at this point in time here, you're pretty well much done. You know, the chicken was already cooked and ready. All I've really had to do is just dice up half of a large sweet onion, old Vidalia onion, sweet onion, half of that, and I sauteed that, and 1 stick of celery that I diced up, and that was it. That's all I put in there, a little bit of oil. Got that sauteed up. I'm going to take this big, heavy cast iron skillet, and I'm going to dump it all on top of my pasta. Get every last little drop that I can out of it, because if that's 50 cents, I've got $1 worth of soup in there, and I've probably got $4 worth of chicken sitting in it. So get it, come on now. All right, that's good enough. I can live with leaving a drop or 2 in that pan. And I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to fold it over with my spatulator. Just fold it over. Get it folded in. exactly what I'm doing. Just make sure it's all good and coated. It's mainly the pasta that you want good and coated. You know, everything else has been sitting in there in that little chicken sauce, cream of chicken soup sauce, as I like to call it. And there it is. And that's it. That's chicken spaghetti right there, 101. I mean, you don't get any more simple than that. You really and truly don't. And I take my all-purpose aluminum pan, and it is all-purpose. It's not necessarily a casserole, but I like them for casseroles. And it's basically just dump it in. Get in there. Ooh. Come on. There we go. That's a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot more than what a family of 3 should be eating. And it is more than my family can eat. It really is. It's almost too much. Way too much. But there we go. Right? We got it all in there. And it's good, and it's going to be good. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to lift a piece of chicken or two down in my bowl. Hold up. Alright. So we got that. And what I'm going to do at this point in time, I'm going to kind of give it a quick little taste. Let me get a piece of chicken. Why not? Alright. So I'm going to kind of just taste this. There it is on my fork. A little bit, I'm going to taste it up. Yeah. Tastes exactly like I thought it would. Delicious. Some of you folks might think it might be a little bit bland. It might be to you, but it ain't to me. You could add more salt to it at this time. Well, really, I should have tasted it before I pulled it out of the bowl. Could have added some salt then. Don't really need it. It really don't. You know, now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this Fiesta blend, taco blend cheese from Walmart. I'm going to sprinkle some of that across the top of it, and this is going to go into my little toaster oven since my big one don't work. And that's pretty well much what's going to be for dinner tonight. Honestly, how this is going to work out for me here at my house, we won't eat all this. This is just way too much for all of us. There's only 3 of us here. But we'll probably, I'll take about half of it and I'll portion it out into these little black containers that I get from Walmart. About 15 of them for $8, so less than $1 each. They come with lids, and I'll cut about half of this out, and I'll portion it out into these. Little portion here, and I'll put a garlic roll in here because I'd made my rolls earlier. In a different video, I made rolls, and this is the rolls from that video actually that I'm going to put in here. So I'll do a little garlic roll into the chicken spaghetti, and we'll be good. If the kids want a salad or something, I've got a salad mix in the refrigerator, and they, kids, I've got teenagers, so they know how to pull some salad out and add a little bit of dressing, salt and pepper, maybe a little bit more shredded cheese to it if that's what they want with it. But anyways, that's dinner tonight. So I hope you got something out of the video. If you didn't, I'm sorry. This is basically for my children anyways. Kiddos, my babies. That's how Daddy makes his chicken spaghetti. So I hope you can make this for your own family. Each and every one of you who are going to be watching and enjoying it. Make this for your own family. Make it for yourself and package up a bunch of little individual containers, and you can have this. You'll get a month's worth out of this because you'll rotate it in and out once a week or something. You'll eat it 4, 5, 6 times. That comes into a 2-month range, or a month and a half at least of once a week. You can have something like this to take to work with you for dinner or for lunch. So everybody out there, take care. God bless you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. And this is Single Dad saying have a fantastic day.